Hey folks, welcome. This is Robert and Kalyn Get Rich, episode 47. I'm Robert Kimmel, your host. Kalyn Kimmel might or might not have her stream come through.
Yeah.
We want to thank you for joining us today. Please rate and subscribe and like us and forward this to all your friends. We got a special episode today. We had on Janice. We had a Janice today, which is descended from a guest that is mutated and evolved to the next level. That's how amazing this guest was.
Yeah.
It was Janice Ansevin and her special friend, Andrea Kimmel, who happens to be married to me. So
Yeah.
hope you enjoy this interview with Janice Ansin, and
Let's cue the music.
now I got nothing to say because I said all the introductory stuff already. Just remember that whatever we talk to you about with Janice is not financial or investment advice.
Correct.
All right.
This episode.
We didn't say we're good at this. We're new at all this stuff. We got guys working for us, but none of them can like set up our mics and mics so they don't have static and our balance.
Yeah. That's when we hire the sound engineer.
Yeah, God. Here we go. Let's go to the interview. See you soon. Hey.
All right.
That's the perfect segue. This is kind of how it goes every single time, guys. Is like, it's just a fucking shit show, and then we start recording, and then we like.
Wait, I want to know why Kalyn looks like Eric Church today.
I don't know who Eric Church is, so I won't answer. Yeah.
You're breaking my heart.
Obviously, we got to look him up. So.
Yeah. I don't know if that's
like this one, for example.
So I'm looking super girly, apparently, when I'm here.
I think it's really just the aviator sunglasses.
Oh.
As you can see, this one.
Yeah. Well, so I just got up, but so no eye makeup today, and then I was redoing the art stuff in my room, and I didn't have anything on the wall, so I was like, okay, I'll just be like undercover, like.
You look hungover. You look as hungover. I assume you're hungover because of sunglasses.
Were you partying last night, Kalyn?
No. I did stay up super late, but not for any fun reason. For whatever, I was thinking that today was the day we were meeting with the Aussie, and not. I got like the dates mixed up, and I have a doctor's appointment, a little medical procedure that I am dreading later, and so it kept me up last night. So, gotta do an IUD swap. So.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, hi, Janeece.
Hi, Kalyn. Thanks for having me on your podcast.
I'm so glad you wanted to be on it. I was really excited. You're the first person to ask to be on.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you guys get rich.
I know. Yeah.
How's that going for you, Kalyn?
It's going great so far. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't. Since it's the two of us, we got to pull up the portfolio already.
Should we see that? Okay, we'll go. All right.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
I actually was hoping I was going to hear about the garage sale that you're about to make a ton of money on.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a garage sale. We're going to get crazy rich from that.
Are you selling all the Poshmark items out of your closet? Because there's
Mr. Poshmark, this dress I have on.
I see.
There you go.
Yeah.
Poshmark.
Yeah, Janeece, you have a bit of a Poshmark problem.
Well, it's not a problem.
No? Okay, all right.
I'm saving money.
You're saving money, but how often are you buying?
Oh, maybe once every couple of months.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
Okay.
If that's a problem, if that's your worst problem, then you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I also buy once every couple of months. So
just 50 items when you do.
Oh no! I mean for Poshmark. For Poshmark, I generally don't buy that many items. Yeah.
Sell as many as you can, but don't buy. Don't buy very many.
I don't. It's too, it doesn't make a lot of sense for me for the resale unless I really want an item and then just don't want to wear it once or something. But because they charge so much for shipping and stuff on Poshmark that it doesn't make sense for me to buy it from somebody and then resell it. I'd have to resell it for quite a bit. I have done it with some things actually. I shouldn't. It's lately I've been finding Jimmy Choo shoes. I just got 2 pairs of Jimmy Choo shoes on Poshmark for like ridiculously cheap, like $30 for Jimmy Choos that are in good shape. So like both of those are now listed. Like, yeah.
How many listings do you have?
480-ish.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How many sales?
Let's go to my stats.
You want me to tell you this stuff from memory? Come on.
Yeah, jeez. All right. Hang on.
I didn't know it was going to be the third degree when I got
know.
on
Oh,
this.
God, I'm getting the Inquisition here. Man. Like,
Look at me. I just rolled out of
I
bed.
know,
I got to
like-
answer all these
like, look, all
questions
right.
about Poshmark. And
I didn't know I was going to have to reveal this kind of information.
I'll take your social security number also.
Yeah, no problem. All right, my Posh stats. So, all right. I have 463 listings currently. I have made 824 sales.
Wow.
Yeah. For
You're just getting rich.
yes, that's right. Yeah.
her total value of all our listings is like 80 grand
But
or
then
something,
she
right?
could take her profits and invest in Poshmark because they're traded on the in the stock.
You could do that,
Yeah.
yeah. Have you thought of that?
I don't. Are they public? I don't think
They
they
are
have.
public.
They got.
I did my research before
She,
coming on.
yeah, Janeece came to play today.
Look
Don't.
out, yeah. Not me. I did not. I left that to Janeece.
She has a couple of stocks to pitch us on today. And,
Oh,
you know,
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shouldn't waste our time with this. Janeece, like, do you care about people being posh ambassadors? I
What is a posh ambassador?
see.
I
That's
that.
that's exactly the reaction that I was expecting to get from it. Like,
I know what the love notes. What is
yeah,
explain.
yeah. Poshmark has decided they want this to be a social site, even though they make it like very hard to like communicate with people on there. But they want it to be social, like.
It's not.
No, not at all. But basically, a Posh ambassador, you gotta have a few like things that you have to tick off. You have to have shipping less than in 3 days on your average. You have to have you have to relist your items at least 5,000 times and share other people's things
Oh.
like 5,000 times and have one love note, whatever. Yeah. It's supposed to basically mean that you're very dedicated to like being a good Poshmark seller. But like for someone like me, because I've sold 800 something things and like I've had problems with USPS a few times, my average shipping rate is now at 3.2 days. To get that down under 3 with that many items, like I'd have to be shipping things on day 1 and they'd have to absolutely be like tracked right. I'd have to depend on USPS to like be scanning them as they should.
Within the hour, you're going to be getting
Right.
shipped off. Yeah.
Right. In order for me to ever get that below 3 days, so I'll never get to be a Posh ambassador. But
Yes, you will,
yeah,
Kalyn, I believe in you.
no, I mean, I also don't care about being one because it doesn't seem to be any benefit. I've never been like, should I really get this item that I really like? I don't know. They're not an ambassador, so like, I've never thought that. So I don't know.
It sounds like an Airbnb superhost, which you would actually make a decision based off of.
Yeah,
Versus,
right, and like I did become a super host, I think, or I was on my way to doing it because they sent a photographer to professional photographer to take pictures of my place and stuff, so that because they were just kind of getting started with the super host thing, though. Then I immediately like stopped doing Airbnb, but.
But I can tell you something right now about Airbnb. I decided this when I was checking out of the Airbnb in Utah last week. I don't give a shit what it says about you or what it says about me as someone who stays, because it's all a game. Everywhere you stay now, they text you immediately and say, well, I'll give you 5 stars if you give me 5 stars.
And the Uber guys, as soon as you get out, they're like, please give me 5 stars,
Yeah. I never worry about my rating as an Uber passenger either. Like, I don't know. I mean, I a couple of years back, I like compared with people. I was like, I don't take Uber all that often. It's almost always been for work, to and from the airport and stuff. Just because I don't know. I'm kind of lame, so I don't go out that much. And I'm with a couple of my friends who like party a lot. Like I know that they've been in Ubers and had one of their party throw up in the Uber. Like not, but my rating was the lowest, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Like when, like, what did I do? I just like get in, and I'm like quiet. I like put my headphones on, you know, because usually it's going to the airport, and I'm like, I don't really want to like have this whole thing, you and I talking about stuff because like. You're the Uber driver. How long you been doing this? Oh, you like it? Oh, cool. Like that conversation. I don't need to have it. Like we can just you do you and I'll do me back here. And but apparently, oh shit, that was my alarm.
Oh man, you can have like Uber strategy stories. Like, oh yeah, what I do is I get up at 5 a.m. and then I drive to the downtown part of town, and then you're not like too wicked into that.
Like, well, I've had that conversation enough times that I'm like, I don't care. That like, you know, this is whatever. When I was doing it when I was at 3M, I did it all the time. Took Uber all the time. And so I was taking early morning Ubers, and all of those people, you see the same ones after a while, and I'm like, anyway. So I'm like, man, this guy threw up in the back of a cab, or what, in the back of this Uber. He's got a better rating than me, just because I'm like, hey, I'm just going to put on headphones, so, you know.
I don't like that we live in this society where everything you do is, there's an expectation that I'm going to give you a rating and you're going to give me a rating.
Or
everything.
a tip. Or a tip.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to tell you, speaking of ratings, so I have to tell you, we cheat on this podcast and we trade ratings with other podcasts. I would trade it with your friend, but you won't send me her goddamn podcast.
I will send you her podcast.
But let me tell you the past couple that I've been assigned. Hang on, talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Hey, Kalyn, sometimes it's fun to talk like about their like story though. Like you don't have to talk about their Uber strategy, like where they're driving.
No. This is where you and Kalyn are different.
Yeah, I don't.
You like to hear that story and have that interaction. Kalyn wants to put the dark glasses on.
This person doesn't exist to me. Like they're like a person for a moment. They might as well be a robot. I don't like. Yeah, I'm like I have no interest in any sort of connection with you whatsoever.
Like I spoke with a man from the Congo, and we were speaking French. And it was awesome.
Yeah. I'd be like, parlez-vous. I'll just pretend to sleep. Seriously, yeah. The last time I was coming to Cleveland, and I was like running late, and I get this guy. I wasn't planning to take the Uber, but anyway, like.
Mom and Dad fucked up.
Yes, that's right. And like, man, the guy was like. This was like the chattiest old man driver. Like, it's like I'm running late and he's driving.
Got nothing
he's
to worry
so
about.
slow. Yeah, he's so slow, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like I'm chatting a little bit, and I'm like, man, boy, I hope I catch this flight. Sure, it's getting close. I shouldn't have made this decision. Like, you know. And he's like, oh, I'll do my best to get you there quickly. And then he gets a call from like he's like, oh, do you mind if I take this call? It's my wife, and I've been worried about her. And I'm like. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, answer the phone. Like, of course you should talk to your wife you've been concerned about. And I'm like, perfect opportunity. Like, put in my headphones and like turn it up like. And so he's talking, and I can kind of hear that he's getting off the phone. And I'm like, man, okay, now I better just like. Really show. Here's my ear. See how it's got something. And you're like, I heard him start to talk to me. I kept looking out the window. I just was like, I can't hear this guy. I'm just gonna pretend I can't hear you. You talk to your wife. I'm glad she's safe.
Is your idea of hell?
Yeah.
Well, with Uber drivers in particular.
Right. Yeah, but it also in general. Yeah. I don't know.
So here are the podcasts that we have traded ratings with. These are the last 3 that I was assigned. In order. The 3 times ago, Love Your Life Show, Personal Growth Mindset and Habits for Busy Moms. Then came, in case that wasn't inappropriate enough, the next one after that was Quiet Connection, Postpartum Mental Health.
You're an expert on that topic.
And then I got assigned Single Parent Success Stories. And all right, let me set this one up for you. So the woman who was being interviewed was born and raised in China. She was an orphan who couldn't walk due to like polio.
Yeah.
So she migrated to the United States on her own taught herself enough to become a medical assistant. So Wednesday is Liberation Day. What's everybody's plans for Liberation Day?
When is Liberation Day? Liberation from where are we liberated from?
I think we're being liberated from a decent economy, is what I'm guessing.
Oh.
Donald
Yeah.
Trump is. This is the date that all the tariffs go into effect, and so
The
he's
big day
called it Liberation Day. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm deciding if I'm going to buy a new car before then.
What?
A new
Well,
foreign car?
you should. You gotta wait for a couple of weeks until I get there. Then
Okay.
you'll be on schedule.
But I can't pay $6,000 to $10,000 more, Kalyn. It's now.
Yeah.
I
Get on
mean,
an airplane now before
Yeah.
Liberation Day.
See, so this is how this works. This is the first I'm hearing about thinking about getting a new car, and tomorrow we will have a new car. That's how we operate.
yeah.
She loves the Maserati, but it's like a little something. It's too much
Yeah.
gas or something. So the best thing to
well,
do.
the tires are only good for every 12 to 15,000 miles.
So
Oh.
And that's a $3,500 bill
How about
every
a
time.
BMW? They're like the highest rated luxury car on
Yeah.
Consumer Reports.
I like BMW. We have one. We have one of those.
Yes.
now Janeece is at the opposite end of the spectrum. She'll be like, "We're thinking about getting a new car," and then in
20
about
years.
12 years.
Yeah, that's my schedule. Yeah, for new cars, roughly.
New car, never. Used car.
Well, yeah. I mean, the last was like I did buy the Nissan. That was in 2011, and drove that until I totaled it recently.
Recently.
How's your
says
hybrid?
I hate that car. It's like a super old man car. Like, I don't
Lot
know.
to
Yeah.
maintain because you have to do like the battery and the gas. It's like
I
a
mean,
two-system.
I
That's
guess
why
so
you buy a
because
hybrid.
I don't do any of that.
Oh no,
I don't
this
do
car
any
has
maintenance.
Never had an issue. It's old. No.
Yeah, yeah.
I just got stressed about buying one.
Oh, yeah.
The light comes on and you just keep on driving. Like,
Yeah, that's right. And then I went to Discount Tire because I was like, I think my tires might be getting a little low. I don't know. The light's been blinking at me for a while. And they were like, yeah, the pressure's supposed to be at 25. Yours are at 13 for all of them. So, yeah. So I don't worry. I don't sweat it, with that maintenance stuff,
So you did recently buy a BMW. How did you get how did this process happen? Given that you're
Oh, for the love of all things.
and you
cool.
bought a new house, all of a sudden, like the dam burst or something, right? And maybe it's your mental dam. You're like, enough's enough, Dan.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta go with it and just buy.
Well, the house search took a long time though. 'cause
Well, they
he
all
was
take a long
only gonna
time.
Buy at certain prices, right?
With Dan the Man?
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
So you got a really
They
good.
called him Danny Dealbreaker for like the longest time.
Yeah.
Danny Dealbreaker. That's good.
Yeah.
That's what
So
I'll
let's-
call him next time I see him for sure.
So when Andrea buys a house, right? It's like, this is the house I want. I love this house. No price is no object. We're gonna win this bid. I got a sense that Dan's approach is a little different than
A
that.
little bit different. Yeah. It's a very thorough, exhausting, therapy-induced.
Self-medicate with
Yeah.
with alcohol.
Yeah.
But this last process really worked for you because they got this place called the Wellness. We call it the Wellness Center. It's on 16 acres. Is that right? 18 acres, and it's got waterfalls and. I don't know. I'm jealous every time I go over there.
Well, you can always come.
Okay, go ahead.
That was actually like our second experience because we also rented out the Cambridge.
Right.
It turns out like if you've lost money on a property, like renting it out until the market bounces back, not such a great strategy. At least not for us because we don't like dealing with this baloney.
So I've had great experience with my tenants, but I'm also like my price point was right kind of at the place that I think. So like once you are renting a place for over a certain amount, and I don't like I know more for the Houston market than for anything else, but like then you start to get high end, and then people expect you to be really on top of everything and like things to be at a certain level and da 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 da. If your place is too cheap, I mean, I was renting my 1-bedroom loft, so it's not kind of a different thing. But like if you rent it very low end, then people are going to trash your place. But like I was sort of in the zone where like people kind of take care of everything, but they're not really expecting a whole lot from you as the landlord or the apartment itself. So yeah, like my tenant he only complained once, and that's when the refrigerator broke. And then he called to follow up on me getting a new refrigerator like a week and a half later or something, because I was like trying to find one that I liked, for the right price and all of that. And he was fine with it taking 3 weeks total for me to get a new fridge, which I was like, man, I would never put up with this shit. But like,
But you did it.
but, yeah. But he was great. Parth paid on time every month and was, if not ahead. He paid me like once several weeks ahead, but stayed for years. It took him like 3 years to get all of his boxes unpacked. But when I would go to like check up on things, but
the rent check,
right,
the rent check
so,
clears.
like,
You don't
he's got a
care if he
perfect
stores
tenant,
boxes there or dead bodies or whatever.
drugs, yeah. I hope they're boxes of illegal substances. That's fine. I don't care. But yeah, he's got a perfect tenant. So I don't know.
Oh, so we're not rich yet, but we're getting there. Getting rich. Let's see how the portfolio is doing. It is yet again another brutal day on Wall Street, down 1%. As Liberation Day approaches, they're going to liberate us from all of our unearned
share?
gains. Yes, I will. I am sharing. I'm sharing with 2 people, just not the third.
Oh, all right.
There we go. We missed whatever that was. Yeah, so we're the portfolio can't mute your mic.
Now I'm thirsty. I'm so thirsty now.
We're trying to talk about the damn stock market over here, Kalyn. Like, this is why we're not getting rich. You see what I have to put up with this bullshit? All right.
This is the worst I've seen us in a while. Only up 3%.
3% lifetime. That's total gains.
0.35.
Yeah. This I know you're on top of your retirement accounts as much as we are, and this is kind of what our retirement account is looking like too. It's like, oh damn, we gave back an awful lot.
I'm not listening. I don't want to hear that.
I know.
Yeah, don't even look. No.
I know.
I'm
This
not
is
looking.
This is a comedy podcast, so gallows humor here, right? Yeah. We're broke. Yeah.
No way. It'll come back. It'll circle back.
Oh,
yeah, we got Liberation Day coming. It's coming.
It's
Come
coming.
back.
It will come back after his 3rd term.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Is this a Tesla short here?
That is a Tesla short.
Yeah.
So we're making money today. We're making money long term. We picked a brilliant time to short Tesla. We're also short Howmet, and that one has done really, really well.
What's that one?
Howmet. They have
We shorted them?
Howmet. Yeah, we're short Howmet. Aren't we? Yes, we are. No, we're not.
No.
Never mind. We're short Admentum. That's the one.
That's,
The ones that, like, Kalyn just had in her portfolio because, like, Robin Hood gave them to her for free. Those don't do so good. It's kind of
I find that so surprising.
It's really weird.
The head scratcher.
Reddit is crushed.
Yeah, every single one they've ever given me basically is worth nothing now.
Novo Nordisk down 45%. They are getting crushed.
That sucks.
Wegovy is just getting crushed. Eli Lilly is beating them bad. Yeah. Reddit has done awesome. The one I was going to point out to everybody, because I know that we follow Fannie Mae. We've done great, but hey, look at this price. Remember what I say? Buy in the 5. Go ahead.
Buy in the 5, sell in the 7.
That's right.
Yeah.
Take us to the chart. Here's the chart. Loading the chart. It's loading. Not that chart. We don't care about that. We want the 1-year chart. Maybe the 6-month chart. Maybe the 1-month chart. No, 6-month. So, I mean, look. Here's the 5s. These are the 5s. These are the 7s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just
Lots
that easy.
Lots of little good opportunities.
This is what we call range bound.
That's
bound
right.
from 5-something to 7-something.
Yeah. If you open up the 5-year chart, then you can see when I bought Fannie Mae. I mean, it's all the same before 5 years. So
No. Fannie Mae has the most amazing chart there is. Here we go. Boom. That is this is where we are now. $6.26. Here's the peaks in the 70s.
Yeah.
75
I bought.
bucks.
Yeah. Oh, the 70.
The mortgage crisis changed a little bit before.
How are we doing against the best? The baseline?
S&P.
The S&P 500. Well, you remember we were up 3% lifetime. It's down 1.26% lifetime. They're chipping away at us today. We're still winning. And here's the deal, Janeece. You've got to save the guest portfolio because it is down almost 5%. So they're in third place out of 3, although coming back 1% at a time. What's going on today that they're making so much money? Kroger is the stock of choice.
I only Kroger.
Pulte Homes, Andrea's amazing pick, is down 29% since the day.
Just give it a little time.
Just give it time.
Yeah. It's coming back.
Liberation Day, right around the corner. Am I right?
Listen, we're in a housing shortage, guys.
Justin has this play on, which is the we call it the Justin tariff portfolio. It was the day the tariffs were announced. Go out and buy the biggest losers that day and see how they do. Once they take the tariffs off. They haven't taken the tariffs off, but he's down 3%. And compared to if you'd have bought, just put the same money into the market's also down on 3%, a little more than 3%.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
So he's hanging in there. But we'll see it'll come soaring back after Donald Trump takes these.
Well, Janeece, do you have a selection to add to the guest portfolio?
Let's add Nordstrom.
All right, let's take a look at
I believe
Nord.
it's JSE.
JWN
Sorry,
is the letters you're looking for.
Oh, yes, sorry. I misspoke.
All right, sell us on Nordstrom. Shall we look at the chart first? Today they're down a hair.
Okay. Yeah.
That's okay, yeah. Everything's down right now.
Loading the chart, talk amongst yourselves.
I just like it because it's just, you can find a lot of, the look for less.
For less than what? Where can you get things?
No,
At the rack, at the
at the
rack.
rack.
Oh, at the rack.
Yeah.
Which is under the same stock number. And it's just
So,
I like
so
shopping
a
there.
lot of, yeah. So I don't know if they've announced anything like this. We were
That
looking
makes
last
me
week
want to
at,
short it.
we've been looking at I know the Target's closing a lot of locations. We were looking at various retail outlets last week when we were like, have the online shopping affected your store going experience? Does it give you any hesitation with Nordstrom?
Say that question one more time.
Sure. Have you shifted more of your shopping to online and or does that give you any
definitely. Like Poshmark,
Yeah.
yeah. But if I do
Right.
shop, I do like going to the rack.
This makes me want to go to the investor presentations and okay. Did you see anything that says investor presentation? Here we go. Let's see. They reported fourth quarter net earnings of $165 million or 97 cents per share, and EBIT of $273, which is $1.10 a share. For the year, the earnings were $294 million, so $1.74 a share. Fourth quarter total company comparable sales. So the sales increased 4.7% versus 2023 in fourth quarter, and the Banter comparable stores increased 5.3%, and Nordstrom Rack is
Comps 3.5.
3.5. Not bad. Yeah, we were taking a good hard look. So we looked at Macy's last week, as you guys know, because you
That's
listened.
right. That's right.
And
I couldn't remember what it was so
and definitely the bright spot of Macy's lineup was the luxury, which is Bloomingdale's and Blue Mercury. So, if you like that play, then
like Nordstrom.
I could see you saying, well, why would I want flagship Macy's, this mid-range store, if I could just have the luxury ones.
Yeah, go to the news section.
All right.
Back there.
Yeah,
back
let's go find news from December 23rd, 2024.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
People are like, shit, Christmas. Got it right.
news. Damn it, it's Christmas again? I feel like it was Christmas just last December. 6 days ago.
Share
7
your
days ago.
screen.
I'm scrolling through.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know.
At least we can all look together.
I'm bored with all this.
You're bored.
Yeah, you're always bored during the podcast.
She hates the podcast. The only person who hates the podcast more than Andrea is Cody. Tell.
Wait, why? My
Okay,
friends
this was the best. So we're in the kitchen cooking, and Cody can't find the scale. You know, the scale that you all weigh
this
your.
one back here?
That's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you guys weigh your gummy bear on. And I said, well, it's probably on the 3rd floor in the podcasting room. And he's like, oh, don't get me started about the podcast. He's like, do you know what really kills me is when Dad uses the podcast as an excuse not to parent. So one day, a few weeks ago, Dad said he had to work. He couldn't pick me up. And I come to find out he's podcasting. That is not work, he says to me. So,
I disagree.
Until he gets rich. I mean,
I find him. Yeah.
I will tell you this: it takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
It is a lot of work doing this podcasting. As Kalyn knows, tell them all everything you did for the podcast last week.
It is a lot of work. That's true. I just slave away on this podcast night and day.
All right, that's it. We're in the building years.
Yep.
So
Safe.
12, 13 years from now, we might be able to
we
sell
might have
this.
a salary again.
We might be able to sell this
look at that.
podcast.
We'll
for
sell
tons.
this podcast for millions. Yes, that's our plan.
Kaylin, I have a question, but it's not really for you.
Okay.
But it's for the two
Then-
others. But you can opine if you feel it's
All
necessary.
right, go ahead.
I woke up this morning and I just said, today's the day. I just don't want to be a responsible adult anymore.
no.
I woke
I am
up
familiar with
morning-
this feeling.
I know, that's why.
Kaylin, this is your opportunity to be a life coach right here. It has manifested before
I'm ready.
your eyes.
Continue.
Well,
Continue.
I found myself at church yesterday in a conversation with two other women, and one of them said, "How's the starting up the new business going?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, it's going good." And I gave her some updates. And the other woman said, "I didn't know you were starting another business." And she said, "I don't understand. Why are you so motivated?" And so then they basically just started ganging up on me and telling me about how all the ways, they are not motivated, and they would be on the couch, or they'd be riding their bike, or they'd be finding all these things to do. And I just got to scratching my head thinking, yeah, shoot, that's what I was supposed to do.
You were born motivated. Like, I think you went to
Yeah.
school with a briefcase. Like,
Yeah, that's I can envision that for sure. Little Andrea in a suit in preschool.
You just always want what you don't have, right? Women with straight hair want curly hair, with curly hair want straight hair, and that. So if you're a motivated person, that's what you want to be unmotivated.
I just woke up today, and I didn't want to go take my final exam, and I didn't want to go to the dentist.
it was raining. It was the weather.
It's the weather. It doesn't rain that often, Janeece. Just today.
Andrea told me it's supposed to rain for the next 35 days.
Yeah, it's going to be awful.
Oh, that's like our
Awful.
snow here. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
So wait, there was a question in there?
Well,
Yeah. It was a question
Well, I
for
don't-
someone, but
No, I don't know. Maybe I just needed to share and get it off my soul. But I really, really just want to be on the couch watching TV.
All right, well, let's,
so you say. But I think
what
that
you
you need
say.
to do a little introspection here
I know
about
you
who you
very
are.
well.
Who are you as a human? Are you a sit on the couch and do nothing person like me? No, you are a build businesses, make things happen
It
person.
might last for 20 minutes tops.
I think what you need is quiet connection, postpartum mental health.
Did you,
And that
did you
will-
give it a 5?
Yes, of course I give it a 5. I give them all 5s. I'm like, this is an amazing podcast, an amazing resource for all of you
And then
out
you
there.
sign off, Roberta.
It tags my real name on there because
okay.
it's Apple. It's Apple Podcasts, but
That just made me think of something. I use Siri a lot, right? So I'll say, "Hey Siri, text Robert Kimmel." "Hey Siri, call Robert Kimmel," right? And all of a sudden, out of the blue, last week, it said back to me for the first time, "Calling Robert Kimmel." And I'm
heard
like,
it.
yeah, it heard me calling Robert enough times that instead, even though I said, "Call Robert Kimmel," Siri now says back to me, "Robert Kimmel." Can you believe that? I don't like
It's
this.
taking over. I don't like it either. Yeah, nope. I turn that shit off. I'm like, don't listen to me. I don't want you listening.
Stop listening.
especially
Yeah.
Siri, because Siri's
I don't-
freaking useless.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, send a text message, blah 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 blah, blah, and it spins, and then it like dies. You're like,
Yeah, and then it just stops. Yeah.
like I'm driving, I'm trying not to hit things.
All right, so if we could all just go shopping this afternoon and buy one item that we just are pining after, what would that be?
Salad.
Moment to think.
You have to think. Salad, Kalyn, you're such a rabbit.
I'd buy you a car, Andrea.
You'd buy a car
For you.
for me? No, get real. Nobody knows what they would go buy if they decided they could go spend some money.
I already said salad.
That's
How much are we
not
talking?
a good answer.
That's what I would do.
Let's
That's what I
say you
would do.
decided you're going to treat yourself.
Retail therapy
Couple-
appropriate
yeah.
amount, because obviously what Andrea needs is retail therapy on this great day. She's got to go. She's got to go to Marshall's.
You don't have a list, like in your notes on your phone, of like
No.
things you really want.
No,
that you're not buying?
they're wired. The Ansevins are
treadmill.
wired
A treadmill.
differently.
A treadmill.
Andrea.
Yeah.
All right. She wants a
And
treadmill.
Or to keep my son safe because he likes to go running on the streets at night, and I hate it. And it's
Yeah.
scared. And I want him to.
What was the item?
But what do you?
The treadmill.
But what do you want
okay.
for you?
World
Yeah,
peace.
no, she's like us.
Yeah,
She's-
yes, Andrea.
Like-
what you have to do is learn to be happy as with what you have. Kalyn wants for nothing.
I want a salad. The other day I was like in a super salad mood and I had like 3 bags of salad plus like the box of spinach in one day.
Oh my god. Crazy. Actually, the part of did anybody watch Nobody Wants This?
No.
What is that now?
Oh,
that.
No.
Oh, that
Yeah.
With the Jew.
Okay,
Jewish.
I can't listen. If you guys are not going to be materialistic and watch TV shows, I cannot come on this podcast.
I watched it.
Okay, well
With you.
the best scene was when the best scene was when did you see it?
No.
Okay, the rabbi is with his girlfriend and they're in a sex shop and they bump into some other old man from his church, from his what's it called, synagogue. And so he gets super embarrassed that he sees his rabbi at the sex shop, but what makes it worse is he's not with his wife, he's with another woman.
Yes.
So-
Scandalous.
So the episode, you know, and he's the junior rabbi, so he's nervous about getting fired, and so the senior rabbi calls him in the office, and he's like, "I need you to explain something to me." And he starts to hem and haw, and he says, "How did you get Morty Anderson to donate $25,000 to the synagogue?" You know,
Yeah.
and it was anyway. So it's very clever. The way these sitcoms are so clever in wrapping up there.
But you should,
Yeah.
Kalyn, I think you'll enjoy that one.
I think you would enjoy a trip to the sex shop also. So maybe we'll both try new things when I come to town. yeah?
Okay, all
You
right.
could,
I'll think on it. I'll think on
Yeah.
it.
but
What are your proposals for the vacation, the secret spring break?
What am I proposing?
When are we gonna propose?
Oh, yeah, we
our-
got to schedule that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Oh
pretty
yeah,
soon. I got
what's the
another
final
mission.
decision? Yeah, guys, keep your mind
Yeah,
on the
focus.
job at hand. Are you buying
Kalyn, of
Nordstrom's
all
or
people
shorting
to
it?
bring us back to
I
the
think you're
start.
saying
Yeah.
Macy's.
I mean, if you want to
No.
if you want long and you want short, what would you do? Like a collar or something
I
like
don't
that?
know. A collar?
I mean, given that it's had like zero volatility, you could sell the vol.
Is it trading?
I don't
Is it
know what
trading?
any of this means, by the way, Janiece. If you don't know what they're talking about right now, like I don't know what this collar talk is.
I just smile and nod.
I barely know what
Yeah,
it.
same.
I
Me
barely
too.
know. I don't know why these are all zeros, but
I don't understand. Refresh it. The market's open. It hasn't traded a single share today?
no, it has. It's just not pulling up.
Oh,
Either it
okay.
is in fact even, or it's yeah.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Janiece,
That's up.
if
Okay.
you trust me,
I do.
we short it.
Okay, let's.
I would also point out that she wanted Pulte Homes was her last choice, which has totally tanked the guest
listen.
portfolio. So just
Listen.
saying, Janiece.
And we already went through every
Can I
short that
just
we've
say
ever
one
done has
thing?
turned into a disaster. Well, no, we're good
I
on the
want to
shorts.
say one thing. When I recommended Pulte, I literally thought Kamala was going to win. And I feel
Sounds
like,
like poultry.
we would have been in a, it's not, it's
That's as good a reason to invest in it as we need on our podcast.
Okay, so in my defense, okay, I thought we were going to have a different administration under which I honestly believe it would be doing better. Now, you can give me all kinds of shit if shorting this stock was not the right way to go. But as my friend, do you trust me enough to short
Yes,
this out?
absolutely.
All right, we're
Man,
shorting.
Just laying on the line here. Do you want to go? Should we go long, Kalyn? In the Get Rich portfolio?
I think so.
All right, it's on. We're going long, and you guys are going short, and we're gonna see.
Bring it.
All right, what a perfect way to wrap this up. Janeece, did you have a good time on the podcast
It was
today?
so much fun. Thank you so much for having me. You guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Janeece didn't even care about coming on the podcast. What she really wanted to do was wear the headphones. That was. I mean, if I had given her a boom mic, she would have been out of her mind.
Yeah,
So-
I know. It was so much fun. Thank you for having me. I
Yeah.
feel like getting rich too, you know?
Yeah, you should. Yeah. All right, we'll send you
You're on your way.
We'll send you the raw file to edit. If I could have that back by this time tomorrow,
On it, sure.
we need to go from about an hour to about 18 minutes. Do you think you could?
No.
All right. Hey.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye, Janeece. Bye.
Bye.
I was just looking like our best episode had 500 something downloads, and then lately we've been lucky to break triple digits. You know, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
We need some. Not overly worried about it, I suppose, but
I mean, I don't really know what to do about. I mean, maybe we'll see what happens when we have the dude from Madagascar on. I guess maybe that'll.
yeah.
Maybe that cross-platform. I mean, that seems to be the big thing that podcast people do to like expand audience. From what
Yeah.
I can see, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Another thing they do is they host on topics people want to listen to. And not,
I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, I talked to a couple of friends about what their favorite podcasts, and a lot of them are just like, oh, I just like listening to these two people talk about nothing. Like, I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
When it's like these two guys talking about the idea is talking about sports, but they like
yeah.
most of the time. The vast
Yeah.
majority of the episode are not talking about sports, which I'm like, that's
Yeah.
our recipe. That's right. That's us right there. Like, just substitute in music. Music, money.
This is the
like-
music podcast. I couldn't name you one musician that's famous right now. You know? That's new to being famous in the past 5 years, but
Adele. Well, I don't know how long she's been famous.
I was gonna
Longer than
say,
5 years.
somewhere in the 5-year range. Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Adele is really good, though, I have to say. So
Yeah, she is quite talented. That's true.
I would do the gummy bear, but I don't have the scale.
Yeah.
So I can eat some and leave, or we can leave well enough alone.
Yeah, I say we skip it. I don't know.
All right, fine.
I don't know. Yeah. Or if you do want to do it, fucking do it. Have a bite. You want some gummy bear? Go for it. I'm not here to be your boss.
I can't. All right, I'll do it.
Do
This is
it.
a
Let's
tough
go
decision.
crazy. We're gonna go fucking nuts today.
Oh my God, this podcast
We're
is
gonna
great.
weigh in the gummy bear man. We're just like look at us living on
There
the
you go.
edge.
I'll weigh it in right here.
That weighs
1
pound.
6 ounces.
Yeah, something like that. Oh yeah, delicious gummy bear that we have had
Nutritious.
for a minute.
I know. One thing we didn't get the chance to taunt Janeece with having to eat.
I know. Yeah, I was waiting for that. I mean,
She'd be like,
yeah, I'm like, here, Janeece, eat some of this.
eat it.
Go on.
Eat this.
You wanted to be on the show.
Run,
This
bitch.
is what we do. Now it weighs like 2 ounces less, maybe an ounce and a half less than it did before he took those bites.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So we're on episode 47 today, and I'm gonna be there in 2 weeks, I think, right? Is that right?
I hope that's not right.
7, 6. What? What do you mean? You hope it's not right? Like,
You're
wait a
going
minute.
to be here. Well, Easter
Exactly
Sunday.
2 weeks.
You're going to be here in 2 weeks, but our 50th episode's in 3 weeks.
Yes.
So on April 21st. So
Well, right, but right.
next week we're talking to Josh from Tasmania.
That's gonna be awesome.
We'll see if it's awesome.
It's gonna be interesting.
He's a nice enough guy. I was like, I can't believe I'm talking to you. This is like a celebrity sighting. You know? I was like, you gotta understand, you know. we're just gonna like talk to you about your glorious mustache and things like that. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like, what the hell though? You make it sound like you're from Tasmania and you're not.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was just like, and I'm just like. And I'm like, you're not probably going to get any customers or anything. And he's like, I just do this for fun. I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm your man then.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's gonna be great.
And then I sent him our kangaroo shorts, and that worked out really well. And
Nice.
And the short that is or the TikTok that is entitled, no, sorry, the YouTube short that is entitled. Australians are bad at naming things.
Yeah,
That is now our like third most watched short. So
awesome.
anyway,
yeah. I have seen it. I feel I'm like I find it in for whatever reason that one I'm like, man, I feel embarrassed. I feel like I look stupid. Like there's loads that are worse. Like as far as me looking dumb. Like
oh, now it's the second. It's now our second most watched ever.
Man, it's gonna usurp the number one spot for sure.
Well, nobody. We've got 86% like, and no one has written a comment about how this hostess is a dummy or anything. So.
Yeah, how the education system has failed me.
Yeah, well, which is good because they're pretty ruthless. Anyway.
I haven't looked at the comments lately. Maybe it's better if I don't.
It is. Well, I delete the. I'm like, I delete the bad ones anyway. So.
Oh yeah, have there been
Anyway.
some mean ones?
They happen here and there, and I'm just like, I don't need this. I don't need this in my life. I'm not gonna leave it. Sorry, Thomas JFF37, you're gone. Like,
Yeah.
like why would I leave? Why would I leave that? You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, yeah.
I think we ought to wrap it up, Kalyn. Thank you all for listening. We should. Let's actually play the music. Cue the music.
All right.
You've been listening to the Robert and Kalyn Get Rich podcast, episode 47. Thanks for listening. Thank you to Janeece Ansevin and Andrea Kimmel for stopping by. It was a blast. Where was I, Kalyn, before I was so rudely interrupted?
You were saying give us a like and subscribe. Send this over to your friends and family. Remember that this is not financial or investment advice. And come check us out next week for our new special guest from Tasmania.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.